born to wake up in a city that never sleeps, and find I'm enough the one, top of the list, king of the hill.
to say a few words as a friend of this beautiful country and as someone who really loves the people of Sri Lanka. Also, Ambassador General Silva, who is a hero in his country, and we're blessed to have you here tonight. As a journalist, and I cover a lot of war zones, and I've covered countries with strife, so I just applaud your country and its message of survival. And one thing that I think is so incredible, not only is Aslam Hussein the first Sri Lankan designer to come to America, to be brought to America, which is truly historic, as you pointed out, he is also part of the minority in his country. Absolutely, which I think are so beautiful for Asia. There's so many gorgeous designs that I could wear here on the street of New York. Don't you think they're stunning? How beautiful are these designs? They're gorgeous. So I know we have some more beautiful designs to come out. I just want to say thank you for including me, and I want to thank so many of the members of the press who are here, many from far away. I know we even have, by the way, we have press, many here from America, but we also have some press who came as far away as Sri Lanka for this event. That's how special this event is, thousands of miles away. Thank you all for being here.
Wow. You have put so much effort into this show, and you organized this show, and we observed the whole thing, and I just want to personally congratulate you doing such a wonderful show. So let me ask you this question, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the very first Sri Lankan fashion show ever happened in the United States. Is that right?
Of course, I think there had been one or two here and there.
A major show like this?
Yeah, maybe not definitely major show like here. To my knowledge, yes, during last few years, of course, we did not have any shows. Also, as you said, that I'm very happy to have Sri Lanka here. Always you all are covering all the major events in US, and we are very honored and privileged to have you all with us. Of course, we are very happy to have a designer from Sri Lanka, as you would have seen by one American lady who gave us small remarks about the show. During the show, mentioned that the Aslam Hussein coming from a minority, that I would have picked up any Sinhalese or anyone else if we are going for what some international community is talking about back in our country. So we do not have such a thing, and this is a very clear, proven thing that we have showed today, and we have brought Aslam all the way here from a minority group, and he did a wonderful show here.
Yeah, and let me ask you this question, Major Shavindra. What motivated you to organize this show?
Of course, if I tell you honestly, this show, from the day that we were thinking of doing and for the date, it was just short of 1 month. This idea came because you know that Sri Lanka, you'd have seen today people were talking about Sri Lanka, especially Americans who are here talking about how wonderful Sri Lanka, whether Sri Lankan has this type of talents. So what I was trying to tell is that yes, of course we had a war back in our country for almost 3 decades, and these type of people, they are gems in our country, and they have not been able to come out. They have done these fashion shows, they are doing these fashion shows back in the country, but not internationally. And this is, I don't know whether this is the first time fashion design has gone in this big scale internationally.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, this is USA. The fashion is all about New York, Paris, London. So we have brought this Aslam Hussein to New York.
The #1 fashion designer in Sri Lanka at the moment.
He is one of the leading fashion designers back in Sri Lanka. And why you ask the question why? Why is because you know that during last month or so we have seen a bit of a momentum coming up against Sri Lanka at a time that we are at a total peace. And some people, some organizations, maybe up to some countries for that matter, maybe because they have been given little inputs by various organizations that they try to, how could I say that, to talk about Sri Lanka, maybe not in the fashion that we would like to have. So I thought it is the best time that we bring this type of a thing and show at a peaceful country, a peaceful Sri Lanka, what type of people are there, why we disturb our peace back in our country. So this is a classic example that we have these talents and we should allow the international community.
We should show.
Of course, one interviewer from foreign media when asking what the international community can do for Sri Lanka, I said international community must allow Sri Lanka to progress on our own without interference and give us time and space if there is anything what they see is wrong for us to.
It's a real honor to be asked to spend a few minutes talking to you. When it comes to Sri Lanka, my wife and I have a lot to say. We greatly admire the people. We are particularly fond of His Excellency General Shavendra Silva and his beautiful fiancée, Suji. We've been hosted twice in Sri Lanka by both these wonderful people. And we have a lot of friends here, obviously, over the years that we've gotten to know. And we really had quite a tour But I can tell you one little incident that I wasn't even privy to. My wife was with my mother-in-law traveling through Sri Lanka, and they stopped at a little roadside grocery store, and the driver said to them, to the grocery attendant, "These are friends of General Silva." The man almost dropped to his knees. He said, "Do you realize who this is? This is a real hero." And he is a real hero. So to make a long story short, we're great admirers of Sri Lanka. As some of you know, I'm a former captain of U.S. Marines. I know what you folks had to put up with for 28 years. We have a saying in the Marine Corps, "Semper Fidelis," which means always faithful. And that's what you people did. You never gave up. You hung on to the end, and we're really very proud of you. Thank you very much.
And we observed the show tonight, and I just have to say how impressed and how wonderful the show was. And could you please tell how, when you got the invitation, what was your response and your feelings, and what you wanted to do?
It's great. It's great because I should mention here Mr. Shavendra. He invited me with very confident. Actually, I did my work wonderfully, and he wanted me to come and do a fashion show in New York. I was a little bit scared because I was like thinking twice. Then I said yes. But he said, "Don't worry, because it's the fashion world. No, the New York means it's the fashion-born country." So I think that was the great opportunity that I got from Mr. Shavendra Silva, and I should thank to Sujiva Nelson because of she's like a sister to me, and with all the confidence she invited me with Mr. Shavendra. We have come here, and I did a wonderful job, I believe. Actually, I should tell here, this is Sri Lanka is a small country, but our people are very fashion conscious. There are leading fashion designers. Among them, I have been chosen. But I believe this is not only I'm here. I brought the whole Sri Lankan designers here. Also, I'm participating on behalf of all the Sri Lankans.
So you're really representing the country?
Yes.
Desolation comes on the sky, and I see fire. It's like a mountain, I see fire burning the trees.
Do you believe this show would build Sri Lanka's image?
Of course, you would have seen how many Americans were here. You'd have seen this is 50% American models and 50% Sri Lankan girls living here. We converted within just one day for them to model on this show. Okay, they were just Sri Lankan students who are studying here. So we are happy, and the other thing is that the American, of course, a lot of Americans were here, a lot of ambassadors were here. They would have taken this message, what a brilliant country. As the compeer said, he was talking in Sinhala, Mutu Ataya, okay? So it's the same thing, you see. I mean, we can be paradise of Asia. And we are going for that, to be the wonder of Asia right now. So I'm sure that we can do that.
So are you happy with the success of the show tonight?
Yeah, of course, I didn't expect such a big support. First of all, support by all types of people who attended. And as you know, we had only limited number to put in, but of course we had thrice of these numbers we had turned down, and I was repeatedly requested by people to repeat this show. Unfortunately, these top artists, beauticians who came from 3 salons from Sri Lanka, Romani and Romesh, and Rowena Saloon from DC, all these people have stopped their work to come here. And you know, this is a big business, beauticians, and they have stopped everything and they have come all the way. They have come all the way to do this show, so we have no chance of repeating many. But we would like to carry the Sri Lankan image, not only this way, many more to come in time to come.